I was devastated to have finished watching Arthur. I made it to the end of the 25th season, but I'm really glad to be starting Postcards from Buster because Buster is my favourite character, and I'm also thrilled to find that there are 55 episodes of this spin-off series. I had no idea, so I'm really excited to be able to sink my teeth into this. And I've watched the first episode, and I have to say, it's rather delightful, as I expected, but even more so because there's more animation in this than I'd anticipated, and I'll explain what I mean by that. The first episode is called Meet Me at the Fair, Knox, Indiana, and in this episode, Buster is going to Knox, Indiana, to meet a family who own a farm and learn about what it's like working on the farm, both for the adults and the children there. There are 2 human children in this, and also what it's like to go to the fair and prepare to go to the fair, what it's like at the fair, which I thought was absolutely fabulous because Buster is a city boy, and that meant he was naturally very curious and had a lot of questions and was very surprised by the way a lot of things were done. And I think that that's the ideal perspective to have as a viewer of this episode. It's definitely going to be really beneficial for children like Buster who, although he had been to a farm before, he's definitely a city boy and is not used to that outdoor life and interacting with these animals so much. And he's asking the questions that I imagine a lot of children in his situation would also have. And he's brilliantly curious and really gets the best information and the best experience out of the host family. The family is really great. I find them as characters to be really easy to get on with, really likeable, particularly the daughter. I thought she was a really engaging character, and really surprising. Things that she was able to do at 10 years old is pretty incredible. The camera work, Buster's camera work, because he is filming this as if using a camcorder, the live action scenes we see through the lens of Buster's camcorder, which is a really great trick. Well, trick's not the right word, but a really great method of sharing this story with Buster. And there's this one bit in particular when they're having breakfast, and I just loved the camera work there. It felt so realistic. It felt like we were there with Buster, and it's so easy to forget that there's a human person operating that camera. It's not actually Buster, not to ruin the magic, but it's so easy to forget it's not Buster. It's so easy to get absorbed in the narrative here. And as I said, it's got a great mix of animation and live action. And I had actually assumed incorrectly, and glad that I'm incorrect, that it would maybe start off with Buster and then the entire thing would be live action. But actually, we get several opportunities to cut back to the animation, and when that happened I thought, oh, is this going to pull us out of the narrative? But it actually makes a lot of sense. Everything's done smoothly, the editing is great. Really thoroughly enjoyed the way that this was presented. The only thing I don't like about this is the theme song. I think the theme song is awful and not catchy and not very pleasant to listen to. Maybe after however many episodes my opinion might change. Things do grow on us, but at the moment when I first started listening to it, I just thought that's a million miles away from what I was expecting. So I don't like the theme song, but the episode is wonderful, and I'm so excited, like the big kid I am, to see where Buster goes next. I'm not looking ahead. I was tempted, but I'm not. I'm going to take each episode in turn with no idea of where the show is going and see where it leads us. I don't know if the entire thing is just in America. Maybe he goes to other places. I'll find out in due course. But Meet Me at the Fair is a wonderful start, beautifully edited, beautifully shot, and as a big fan of Buster, I have to say it was a pleasure to go on this journey with him. He's such a lovable, likeable character. So sweet and curious about the world around him. It was, I mean, it made sense that it was Postcards from Buster because of the fact he travelled with his father, but had that not been the case and they just chose any other character for this series, Buster is the perfect choice. Really loved this first episode. Yes, my heart aches for Arthur, and when I was watching this, there were times when I was thinking, I wonder if Arthur's going to pop up or which character from Arthur will appear next, just because I'm so used to that. But I think I'll get used to that quite quickly, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what else the show has in store.